I see you, Ma. I see you. I see you, enlighten Ma. I see you. Wait for a few more seconds before I go. I'm just considering the length of what I want to say. Yeah, I'm considering that. Let's keep it. Let's go there. Let's go all the way over there with this topic today. Hey, hold on. Who's saying hey? Hey, wholeness. Hey, wholeness. Hey, Nagasi, I see you. Thank you for joining this live. All right, let me see. All right, I want to do a topic that I have been selected a while ago. And I'm going to do this one here. Oh my, there's so many I need to. Oh my, I got some topics I need to. But this is where we're going to go. Get into it then. Let's go. I have so many, but this is the one. Yeah, I'm going to get into it then. Let's do it. Money is designed to make you sick. I know you don't want to hear this because a lot of you play around with the thing called money. Appreciate everybody being here. You know who it is. It is your one and only true master of the holistics. I got this thing down packed now. So, yeah, it is your master of the holistic rhetoric, the talk, because everything I try to make you understand comes from that perspective. I can't wait till y'all see my video on sovereign literacy that I'm dropping tomorrow on my YouTube channel, Sovereign Literacy. And you guys are going to be blown away by that. So tomorrow I'm dropping a new video called Sovereign Literacy on my YouTube channel. I already did it, but I just got to, put it up. When I'm done uploading it, go over there and check it out. Anyway, money is designed to make you sick. Here's why. Let me take the screen off. Stop sharing. Money is designed to make you sick. And I know you think money is a great tool, and it is. Money is a tool. I am Omaka for all of you who are joining me today. I was mentioning the aforementioned of my title, but not my name. This is Omaka, so y'all can call me that. You don't have to call me Master Omaka, but Omaka is good. And I am just here to tell you why money is designed to make you sick. You see, I don't know why, with the light, it makes it worse on the glare from my glasses. So, money is designed to make you sick because money has been weaponized. I'm going to say it again. Money has been weaponized. It has been weaponized to be used against you. And the bigger part, money has been weaponized to be used to pit one another against each other. And so money's designed to make you sick. Here's how. Because we got these devices that we call phones and we got these laptops and computers that we're always engaged into. We're either doing work on there, or we either popping up on a live on here, or either we're uploading videos on our YouTube channel, or whatever it is, right? We are trying to gain attention. And I said this earlier in the video I did on my YouTube channel. I didn't say it here, but I said this on the video in my YouTube channel. I said, everybody is doing what, when you come on these devices, whether it be on live, on YouTube, no matter what, everybody's doing it for clout. That's the purpose. The purpose of coming on here is to get people to see you, is to get people to watch you, is to get people to tune in, is to get people to engage. That's clout. Everybody on here. So from when people say you doing this for clout, you doing that for clout, ain't we all doing it for some clout? Ain't we all on here for the purpose of doing it for clout? I mean, we're trying to get people to tune in. We're trying to get people to watch. We're trying to get people to engage with us. It's all for clout. Whether we doing it when we got 10 people in the room watching, or we got 1,000 people in the room watching, everybody's doing it to try and get one more person in the room to watch, to get one more. You stay on long to get. Nobody's rarely ever on here be like, come in and say something, be like, okay, I'm out of here. Nobody's on here trying to sneak and get on here. Nobody's trying to sneak online. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't do it. You cannot hide. Once you're online, you're online. And so you cannot hide going online. So everybody online that shows up on live or shows up in TikTok, whatever it is, everybody's doing it for clout. It's all for clout. Nothing's for naught. Everybody's doing it for clout. Now, a lot of people are smart. Some people have taken the clout and make money off of it. Some people have made money off the attention. As nothing's wrong with that. But money is designed to make you sick, beloved, because here's why. Whether we believe it or know it or not, what we tend to do is we tend to hold in a lot of our truest feelings when we see somebody other than ourselves doing well. Now, don't get me wrong, and don't confuse what I'm saying with you get jealous or you start to envy. But everybody has that switch in them that turns on when they're watching somebody do what they do online or in life and do it well. Now, when you watching somebody do what they do and they're doing it well, obviously they're making money doing it, making themselves look good doing it as well. So obviously there's money that follows that. There's clout that follows that. There's a lifestyle that follows that. And what happens is a lot of times we as people watch people like that. And whether we are inspired or we're envious, whether we're inspired or envious, we're still swayed. We're still swayed. We're still being influenced. Whether we're inspired or envious, we're still being influenced to move one way or another. You may see somebody doing something and they're getting money, and you may say, I'm not going to move like that. Still, that person influenced you. Still, that person swayed your decision. Still, that person either swayed your decision or confirmed your decisions about yourself. So when we see people slightly we don't even understand, or slightly we don't know, that there is a little bit of, it happens very slightly. It happens on a minute level that we don't even feel it happening. But the fact of the matter is, when I bring it to the surface and I show you on a massive scale that we're all doing this subconsciously, then you understand. When you are watching somebody get money, watching somebody live a life, watching somebody travel and fly in planes and live in nice cars and stuff like that, you think you're watching something you desire, but more so, it's not you desire to be that person. You're just watching what you desire for yourself. You desire to have a nice life, or you desire to have comfortability, or you desire to. So this person or that person usually ends up swaying our decision or confirming our decision. So they're either swaying or confirming. Now, if they're confirming our decision, they may be acting a certain way, and you say, that person only confirmed for me why I never want to be a celebrity. That person only confirmed. Or they may sway your decision and you may say, man, you know what? I want to go into being an actor now because this actor just so inspired me. And so we're being swayed on a minute level, influenced on a minute level, whether we think so or not. And we're being influenced either by inspiration or by envious. And one of the two things is happening. You're either watching somebody do something that they do very well, and you're either inspired where it moves you toward a new direction, a new goal, or it prompts you to want to do something, or it makes you envy them. And basically what happens when you envy somebody, you sit back, you watch and discuss, or you watch and disdain, and you watch and you say, or you watch an entertainment, you watch a train wreck, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? And slightly what you're watching and what you're paying, what you're giving your attention to is how this person is moving in their world. Okay? Now, notice I didn't say with money, because everybody that influences and inspires us don't always have money. But money is designed to make you sick, because most of the time, the people that we're looking at to be inspired by are somebody on a higher level than us. Beloved, I'm going to say that again because I don't think that hit yet. I don't think the depth of that hit just yet. But I'm going to say it again. Most of the time, when we are being influenced or inspired by someone, is usually someone, most of the time, is usually someone on a slight higher level than us. A little bit of a higher level than us. And so what ends up happening on a subconscious level, you don't even notice this. But on a subconscious level, again, whether you are inspired or you're envious, you're still being swayed. You're still being swayed. And if it's inspired that happens, then you're being swayed to move in a direction to do something that you came here to do, or do something great like this person is doing, or do something better. And you just want to bring some type of good to the world. So this person may inspire you to do good. But beloved, what you are chasing is the accolade, not the reward, not the trophy. You're chasing the accolades. You're chasing the notoriety. You're chasing the notoriety, and I can't stress that anymore. What you're chasing on the subconscious level is the accolade. Now, when you are looking at someone who swayed you, whether through envy or whether through inspiration, you understand? You're looking at someone who's moving you because they're moving in their purpose. They're moving very well in their purpose, and somebody who's moving in their purpose, it may look like evil and disgust to you, and you're angry, or you just don't rock with that person. You have no respect. They still swayed your decision. For you to make a decision to say I have no respect, they swayed that. And so what I'm saying is, you're watching somebody move in their purpose, and they may be getting people to join them in that mission. They may be getting people to pay for them in that mission. And you're seeing people. Why is it that people are still going to these certain type of people? Why is it that people still follow these certain type of people? Is it because of the money? No, beloved. It's because they're moving in their purpose. They're moving in their purpose. They are moving in their purpose. And here's what you need to do. You need to not watch these people, let alone compare yourself. You need to not watch these people to the degree where anything they do sways you. Anything they do makes you make certain decisions in your life and say, I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to go do that. And so the best thing to do is, if you see somebody that is bringing some type of this low, I won't even call it, it's coming from them, but it has you going into a space where it's like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not doing enough. I need to do more. I need to do more. And if you find somebody that you watch, you're looking at people that you're watching, and it ends up bringing you to a place like that where you say, I'm not doing more, then beloved, what you are looking at is making you sick. You ain't hearing me. I know this might be a little over your head, but you're not hearing me though. Because when you watch people, it's okay to be influenced. It's okay to be inspired, right? But when you watch people and it brings you to a sunken place, because sometimes people's good life, people who inspire you, could bring you to a sunken place. It can bring you to a sunken place where you be like, I'm not doing enough. I need to do more. Like, that's a sunken place. And so what you may need to do is, you, beloved, you got to turn these things off. You got to get off of these devices because they're causing division. You got to get off of these type of things, and you got to go in a shell with yourself, and you got to go work on you so that you have a love for yourself that nobody that you watch or you are inspired by can move you in any direction or bring you to a sunken place. And so I say money is designed to make you sick, because what most of the time we're looking at when we look at these people, we're not looking at money that they got. We're not looking at their money. You know what we're looking at? We're looking at their freedom. The freedom and the ability for them to do and go and have and move how they want to move. And so we're looking at their freedom, but it looks like money to you. It looks like it's the money that's doing it. Beloved, it's them that move in their freedom that attracts the money. It's not money that moves them into their freedom. Let me say it again. It's them moving in their freedom that attracts money. It's not money that is allowing them to move in their freedom. Did you catch that? Must I repeat? It is them moving in their freedom that's allowing them to attract money. You're looking at, most times we look at their life and we look at what the money's doing for them. But we need to be like, damn, look at what the freedom's doing for this person. But wait a minute, I'm free too. And a lot of times, what is it? What's that doing? It's making you sick. It's making you sick because you begin to believe that you don't have that same type of freedom. Beloved, we're sovereign beings. We're sovereign, and we need to understand that we're sovereign. And when we understand that we're sovereign, we will not be afraid to move freely. And through the freedom of our movement, through the moving freely, do we attract what they have, and you think is what they have, you think it's the money. But money you're looking at and you're chasing that. You're looking at them with the money and the lifestyle, but you're missing the big thing that got the money. The money didn't get them, they got the money. How did they get the money? They got the money by moving in their freedom. They got the money by moving in their freedom. See, them moving in their freedom attracted the money. The money didn't allow them to move in their freedom. Money flows when you're flowing in your purpose. Money flows when you're flowing in what you came in to do. Money flows when you take your eyes off of everybody else and you stop looking at what they're doing and comparing yourself. Money will flow, and money don't have to be so corrupt in your eyes, because when you are living freely, moving freely in your design purpose, beloved, you won't even notice the money coming in. Because you're just a vessel. It's just flowing through you. The money's flowing through you. You won't even notice the money because you're so myopic. You're myopic with your purpose. You're basically seeing, this is what I'm here to do, tunnel vision. And you're solely focused on that. And the money that's coming and the people and all that other stuff that comes with it, the accolades, you don't even notice it. That's what keeps you flowing greatly in your purpose. That's what keeps you flowing greatly in your purpose, because you're moving myopic. You're moving with a tunnel vision, seeing everything one-sided. Not one-sided, S-I-D-E. S-I-D-E. E-D. Not one-sided, one-sided. one-sided. You're seeing everything one-sided. One sight. And so you are looking at things myopically. One-sidedness. And you're like, this is what I came here to do. I don't know nothing else. I don't know nothing else. You understand? I don't know nothing else. All I know is this. And this is what I'm here to do. So anything that comes with that, if you stay in that state of mind, you're going to stay in the flow. And if you stay in the flow, flow is energy, currency will come. Flow is energy. Flow is like water. Water is currency. Money is currency. It will come. Money will come. But money is designed to make you sick because it's either one or two things that's happening. You're either the worst thing you can do. The worst thing you can do is make money your focus. The worst thing you can do is make money your focus. If money is the focus, I don't care how rich or how poor. People say people talk like this when they broke, but people don't when they get money. The whole language change. And beloved, let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of money come through my hands this year. 2020, 2021, I saw a lot of money come through my hands. A lot. A lot of money came through my hands. A lot. I could do a lot with the money that came through my hands. But I also recognize and realize that I'm just a vessel. Some of us are here understanding that we're just a vessel. We're just a vessel. You understand? And so my vessel, me being just a vessel, is me understanding that I'm just a channel for things to flow through. Money's going to come with that. Love's going to come with that. Relationships going to come with that. Things are going to come with that. Nice retreats and lodges and hotels and flights and trips and travel is going to come with that. A lot of nice things are going to come with that. But I'm here to live in my purpose, solely in my purpose. And when you are looking at money, beloved, you're going to get sick. And I say this because when money becomes the focus, when money becomes the focus, money becomes the central core or the central part or the central. Again, I like the word core. It becomes the core of your genetic structure. Now, that just means it embedded itself in your DNA. It embedded itself into your DNA. And now that it is embedded, now that it has embedded itself into your DNA, now you're fixed on money. You're fixed on money. And that drive, to get it is going to make you sick. Why? Because the beautiful thing about numbers is they're infinite. They never end. That's why they cannot measure space. This is why they cannot measure space. They can't even really measure the depth of the ocean. Because it just seems to never end. And even though the ocean does end, because we're on this little ball called Earth, you leave the planet, the ocean ends. You understand what I'm saying? And so they cannot, but even on this, they cannot measure the depth. They cannot measure the width. They cannot measure the length. They cannot measure the ocean. They can't measure it. So the numbers of that is infinite. They can't measure space, and they could never. They would be stupid to try, you know what I'm saying, to try and measure. And they try, but it's never an accurate number because no one can go beyond to really measure space. So we just call it infinity. And so money is the same way because you're not operating off of a piece of paper. You're operating in a number system. And the more and more you get one, you want two. And you get two, you want three. And from 3 you want 4, and 4 you want 5, and it never ends. And it won't end. Why is that? Because once you master the art of getting money, once you master the art of making money, once you master that art, because it takes skill to do it. Once you master the art of making money, what you end up doing is you end up becoming in your own mind a god. You start to look at it and see and say, man, this stuff is easy. People out here are struggling to make money, and here I am making this thing look very easy. I make money look very easy. So in your mind, you feel like a god. You feel like you cannot be stopped. You feel like it's no ending to your power because of the money that you make and how endless it is and how much it comes in and how it never stops coming in, and you make it while you sleep. And so you get this power thing that goes on, and you feel like God. And you feel like you're unstoppable because it doesn't matter. You can keep making money. You can keep making the numbers. The numbers just keep adding up, and you keep seeing the numbers add up. And so that is stroking your powerful mind. That is stroking your power ego. Your ego is on flex right now. You flexing hard, and your ego is being stroked, and you're feeling very good and confident because the money is always, but it never ends. It never ends. And so you'll always really be behind. You ain't even hearing me yet. I said the truth of the matter is, those who got let's use Jeff Bezos for an example, the richest man on the planet. Jeff Bezos, Amazon. Truth of the matter is, Jeff Bezos is really behind all of us. He's not in front. He's behind. Here's why. Because he's not content. You see what I'm saying? Those who are content are well. Those who are content are in the present and are well and have a more healthier life in the present. Jeff Bezos is behind us because he's not content. And because he's not content, you understand, because he's more conceited, because he's not content, he's sick. You see, he's sick. And people that are not content become people who become sick. They become sick people. And most of the time, that's people chasing the money. And so Jeff Bezos is really behind a person like you or I. Jeff Bezos is behind us. Financially, he has more numbers than us. He has more numbers than us financially. But internally, he's really sick. You know, Steve Jobs, the guy that created Apple. You ever see the documentary? Not the Netflix movie, the documentary. It's 2. You ever see the documentary on Steve Jobs? If you look at the documentary on Steve Jobs, you see he had, what was it? Was it pancreatic cancer? But he had cancer. He died from cancer. But if you watch his documentary, you notice something about Steve Jobs. He never sleeps. He never slept. His brain was wired with the next thing. He was not content. He was not content. And so he disregarded his health. You understand? He never slept. And he ended up dying from cancer. And so the same thing with Jeff Bezos. Not that he never sleeps, but he never rests. He never rests. And that's what money does. Money's designed. Put this back up on y'all, okay? I want y'all to see the flyer to this. I created this little flyer so you can see it. Money is designed to make you sick because once you start chasing it, once that becomes your focus, you're not content, and also more importantly, you're there's no rest. You're unrestful. You're not restful. You're not able to rest. You're not able to rest in your being. You're not able to sit back and just take a moment and stop working for a little bit. You're not able to just take a break and say, return to your natural state, your natural mind, and just relax and be like, I'm cool, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need anything. And so when you see money as a tool, or when you see money as just what it is, currency, you know how to sit back and allow yourself and allow money to just flow through you. So money flows through me. I'm here to tell you, more money, more problems. True. Money flows through me. That means I've seen a lot of money this year and last year. But I allow myself to be a channel for it, so that it can continue to come. So I open myself up to say, I'm not fixing my mind, because once you fix your mind on money, you're fixing, or anything really, once you fix your mind on it, you are saying to yourself, this is what I'm staying stuck with. I'm going to stay stuck with this in this moment. And so once you fix your mind on money, you're deciding to stay stuck with that ideal for this moment. You're saying, I'm going to stay right here, fix my mind on this, fix my purpose on this, fix my life around this. I'm going to stay right here for the moment. And the moment you do that, the moment you allow yourself, you're really closing yourself off, and you're not becoming a channel anymore. You're closing yourself off. Once you fix your mind on money, and you're closing yourself off. And you may be able to make money, but there's no contentment with you. There's no rest within you, because you've clamped down and you've locked in on this one thing. And so this is your everyday existence. This is how you exist and show up in the world. You decide to stay locked in on this thing. You say, I'm going to stay fixed on this. Every day I wake up, this is what I'm fixed on. This is what I'm here to do. And money's making you sick, because your desire is to create certain things. Nothing wrong with making money. Nothing wrong with making money, but I like to look at things from a natural perspective once again. And money only existed only a couple, 200 years ago? Not even really. I mean, when did money come into play? When did the actual dollar come into play? So we're dealing with a real fake fraudulent thing here. We're not dealing with something real. We're dealing with something that doesn't even truly exist. And that's why it's making you sick. Because you're after an illusion. It's a mirage. It's a mirage. Hold on. Money is a mirage. It's an illusion. You're after something that's not even real. The government owns the real thing that backs up the thing that he tricked you into to chasing after. He backed up the money, the fake thing, with the real thing, which is gold. He backed it up with minerals. He backs up the dollar with minerals, with gold. That's how he backs up his currency. Because that's what's real. Money is not real. And so when you chase money, you're chasing a mirage in the desert. It's an illusion. You're hallucinating. You're seeing things that's not there. You're after things that's not there. That's why I said money is infinite. It's a numbers game. It never ends. And so when you're chasing after money, you're running a never-ending chase, a race. You're running a never-ending race. You are running a never-ending race. So you're in this rat race, chasing something that's not really there. Trying to live a life that is not really real. Let's be real about that. Let's look at that. When you, and I like to comment, more money, more problems. Biggie said it best. More money, more problems. But you ain't hearing Biggie when he say it. No, he's saying and stating a real fact. He's saying the more money, the more problems. Not like saying more money, you may potentially encounter more problems. No, he's saying more money comes with more problems. It's a real thing. It's a sure fact that it's going to happen. You're going to see more problems. And the problems that you're going to see are exacerbated. That means they quadruple. Now, what you're used to dealing with on the broke level, when you're not really dealing with a lot of money and you don't have big numbers behind you, and your problems are very small. You should be thankful that you don't have the problems of the rest of the world. Now, those who got the money, they got bigger problems, big problems, large problems, because they got people that wants a piece of their money. They got people that they got to take care of with that money. They got people that they got to employ and use their money to employ people to keep their business. And it's just one of those things where it just compounds. Money is, that's what it is. Money compounds. It compounds itself. It stacks up. But it also compounds your issues and your problems. Money compounds itself. It piles up, but it also piles up your worry, your trouble, your struggles. And I'm not saying money is bad. I'm not saying money is not a useful thing. But I'm here to tell you, as I always come here and I tell you, that as a natural man, a sovereign man and a sovereign woman, you need to be looking at that word holistically sovereign. That means independent. When you see sovereign, you should see independent. Natural, indigenous. You understand? When you are a sovereign being, you have to be soul, SOLE. You have to be soul dependent, like a sole proprietor. When you're a sole proprietor in business, you're operating as a one and only employer. You're soul dependent. When you are a sole proprietor, that's me, right? I'm soul dependent. I'm a sole proprietor. I work for myself. I'm self-employed. You understand? And I've made up my mind. If my life was going to be tinged upon me chasing wealth and fame and fortune, or was it going to be tinged upon me chasing a peace of mind and health and contentment and liberation? Because the true freedom is not having money. The true freedom is not having money. Tell me y'all didn't catch that. Who caught that? Say I. If you caught that, say I. If you caught that, say I. I said the true freedom is not having money. The true freedom is not having money. That's the true liberation. And I know you may say, you crazy, boy. You talking nonsense. You talking crazy. No, I'm not talking crazy. I'm talking real. You understand? Man, I look at homeless people on the corner. I sometimes envy the homeless people. Like, man, I wish I can just like chill my butt here and just relax all day like you. I sometimes envy them in a good way, not a bad way. But I just kind of look sometimes and be like, damn, man, the reality that they understand. And when I look at homeless people, I look at them totally. I know people say not homeless, but houseless. When I look at homeless or houseless people, I look at them differently now. I look at them through the lens of they're actually free. Now, they don't have the money to do the things like I get to do with money, like travel to different countries. That's what I like to do with money. Travel. Different places. And it's possible to travel to different places. Okay? It might not be on Netflix no more. It might be on YouTube. But there's a guy on YouTube, or it was a show on Netflix. This was a show on Netflix where this guy on YouTube traveled around America off $0. And I think it's called Off the Kindness of People or something like that. He traveled around America solely off the kindness of people. Meeting people in different cities, telling people who he was, and just having, sitting down and meeting people wherever he went, at the gas station, at the restaurant, the cafe, the diner, wherever. And people inquire a little bit about who he is, stuff like this. And the man would get people that just donate money to the cause. Like, that's good. I love that. Here's some money. Or, let me buy your meal. Here you go. Or, do you need a place to stay? Come sleep on my couch. And so it might be on YouTube. And I think it was on Netflix, but it might be on YouTube, where the guy traveled around the country, America. And he traveled around America off the kindness of people. It's something to do with the word kindness in it. Okay? And if you're looking for that, all right? And just kind of like witness the way this man is doing. And there's a movement out there called the minimalist movement. And we all know about the minimalists. We all know about van life. We all know about camping life. We all know about these minimalized lifestyles that's coming our way right now. You understand what I'm saying? Because people are starting to look and see. The truth of the matter is this. Money has made them sick. These people, almost, I don't know I don't know the accurate number on this, but I read a lot of stories, and I've watched a lot of stories, and I've listened to a lot of podcast stories. I listen to podcasts. I listen to a lot of NPR radio. I listen to YouTube people on YouTube, and people I read in books and magazines. And most of the people that I read in these magazines and stories, these people leave their corporate 9-to-5 jobs, making $250,000 a year, giving up their homes to go live in a van, on a boat, in a car, in the woods, off grid, in a tiny, smaller house. Because what's the validity to that? The fact is that they realized money wasn't the answer. They had this is what I'm telling you. When you start chasing that, when that become your focus, you have no contentment. That's why I said Jeff Bezos is really behind us. Because you may think because he got the money, he's free. He's not free. He's actually more handcuffed to his businesses and to keeping these things going and hiring people and talking with people and dealing with people more on a daily basis. Who wants that for their life? I don't. I don't want that. I cannot be a Jeff Bezos. I'm sorry. He's the richest man on the planet, but damn, your life force, your chi, your energy is depleted because people are pulling on you left and right. People are dependent on your mind left and right. People are dependent on, you would think somebody like a Jeff Bezos could just sit back, relax, and go and just live on an island for the rest of his life, and he can. But he's immersed in his work, and because he's immersed in his work, instead of taking the back seat and saying, I'm going to let y'all, actually, I think he just gave up. I think Jeff Bezos just gave up the position, his position of CEO of as chairman of Amazon. I think he just resigned, if I'm not mistaken. And so, but that's all. That's nothing. That's just, those are stunts. They resigned, but they still getting paid. Bill Gates resigned and still stepped down, and he's still getting buku money. Okay, so Jeff Bezos, He could go live on an island all he wants. Sit back, relax, chill, and not do nothing for the rest of his life. But because he cannot do that, his energy, his spirit won't let him do it. He's caught up in, he's landlocked himself into and integrated himself into dealing with people on a continuous, constant, and consistent basis. And therefore, those people that he's on the phone with, doing meetings with, having lunch with, traveling with, all of that stuff, Jeff Bezos, his energy is being pulled on from every direction. So there's no more soul. There's no more life force. And this is what money does. It's designed to make you sick. It's designed to take your soul. The scripture always comes back into this conversation with me. I repeat it a lot. And I always say, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world, only to lose his own soul? There's a lot of truth to that. He lost his own soul. And most of the time, people that's after money lose their soul. They lose their soul. I tell you, can I tell you a little story? I'll tell you a little story, and then we gonna wrap it up. About 4 years ago. I would say 2018. 2018 it had to be. 2018, I went and opened up the show for this comic. I do spoken word poetry as an art skill, and usually I open up shows for famous celebrities and famous people. You know what I'm saying? When I would do spoken word, my poetry sets, I would open up for famous people, right? And I got called to Bradenton, which is about 30 minutes away from where I stay. And I went and opened up a comic show for these two comics as a poet. They had poetry and it was a show like poetry and comedy. And I went and opened up the show for this comic who's from Miami. This comic who is from Miami is very popular in Miami. Very well known. Very well known in Miami. And he saw me perform. He called me. He came up to me. He asked me. He said, "Man, I would love for you to come down to Miami and open up for me and do some shows with me." I said, "Sure, let's go." So the next day, I got on the mega bus. If y'all know mega bus, I got on the mega bus. I got down to Fort Lauderdale, Miami. He picked me up. It was daytime. Nighttime, he took me out. He took me to these clubs. All these clubs, he was getting in through the front door, passing by all these people in line. The popular clubs. Club Live is one of the clubs I went to with him. If you know Club Live, if you don't know Club Live, go watch Bad Boys, the movie Bad Boys Part 1. Go watch what's that movie with Jamie Foxx and Colin Firth in it? Miami Vice. Go watch Miami Vice. If you don't know what Club Live is, okay? Club Live is in a lot of popular movies. It's a popular club. So I went in there, and he took me up there to be with, and we went directly into the VIP section. Who's in the VIP section? Who do I enter the VIP? And if you don't believe me, I got pictures. But you don't have to believe me. I'm not doing this to convince you. Who's in the VIP section when I get up there? Birdman from Cash Money and Young Thug. So I'm literally sitting next to Birdman like this. Like right here. And Young Thug is standing up at the over the railing in the VIP section, overlooking the club, standing over at the railing. And I went up to Young Thug. And I just stood next to him. I didn't try and get his attention. I didn't try and say what up. I didn't try to get no autograph. I just went up to him as he was standing at the railing, because the VIP section was upstairs in the club, and he's overlooking the floor section where a lot of people are at dancing and shit. And I just stood next to Young Thug. And he had on these shades. He's tall. He's about 6'3", I would say he's about 6'3", 6'2", 6'3". So I stood next to him, maybe 6'2". And when I stood next to him and I looked up at him, and he had his glasses on. He had shades on in the club. He had shades on. And I couldn't see, his eyes through the shades. But I saw his under here. I saw his eyes as I looked up under his shades. And I swear to you, it was the eeriest feeling. It was the creepiest feeling I've ever felt in my entire life. Because the man looked like he had no soul in him. I mean, when I was looking through his shades up at his glasses and I was looking in his eyes, there was no life there. There was no life in his eyes. There was no soul in this man's eyes. I was like, bruh, this man is a dead man. This man is a zombie. This man is a clone. This man is a robot. This man is not real. This man is literally gone. He's out of his mind. He's not there. And I don't blame that on drugs. I don't blame that on lean. I don't blame that on perks. I blame that on him having no soul. He had no soul. And that's what I saw with my own eyes. It was so scary. It was so creepy. It was so creepy to me that I turned to the comic that brought me into the club. I turned to the comic. I said, yo, bruh, I snapped. I snapped like, the way I snapped was like, I snapped out of like, I snapped like, kind of like anxiety. I said, I was like, bruh, man, get me home, bro. I got to go home. Now, mind you, it's like 2 in the morning. I'm like, bro, I got to go home. Get me home. I freaked out. I freaked out out of fear. Out of fear for my life. Literally out of fear for my life. Because I'm sitting in the circle with Birdman. I'm in the VIP section with Birdman and Young Thug. Something that I never imagined in my life. I'm in the VIP section with these guys. I'm sitting with them, not dancing with, but sitting with them. And we are basically close. And Birdman leans over and whispers something into the comic that I was with. Whispered something into his ear. And I peeped it. I noticed it. I don't know what they was talking about. But when I went up to Young Thug and I saw he had no soul, and then that also him whispering to Birdman whispering to him in the back of his mind, I said, get me the hell out of here, bro. I snapped like I freaked out. I said, yo, get me out of here. I got to go home. Get me home, please. I got to go home. I don't care, man. Put me on the bus, do whatever. I got to go home. I got to get out of here. I got to go. Because I felt like my life was in danger. And that's why I don't chase money. It's not that one incident. But that's the reason why I want you to understand what I'm saying has a lot of validity to it. Because once you start making money the object, beloved, it's going to kill and take away your soul. And I seen what that looks like, and I felt it when I was looking at this man in his eyes. This man looked like he was. You ever see a dead person with their eyes open? He looked like he was dead with his eyes open. It was the weirdest, craziest feeling that I ever had in my life. And I never, ever really, honestly, don't ever want to experience that again. And I said to myself, I'm staying the hell away from Hollywood or the entertainment industry. I'm staying away from the entertainment industry because it enters you and taints you. I'm staying away from the entertainment industry. I'm not here to You will not entertain my mental. You see what I say about entertainment? Enter to contain your mental. Enter entertainment. Enter to contain your mental. No, you're not about to enter me and contain my mental. No. Mm-mm. 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 And I had to leave. I got up out of that club. He lost his mind on me. I ain't care. Now, I don't care how you feel. But you get me up out of here, bro. He's like, what the hell wrong with you? I'm trying to do you a favor. I'm trying to bring you up. I'm trying to get you somewhere. You don't even know the talent you got. You don't know how good you are. I don't need it that bad, bro. I don't need it that bad. I'm not chasing money. I'm after my peace. I need peace. I want peace. And because I opted for peace, because that's what I want. Because I opted for peace, I've gotten contentment with things in life, and money comes easier. See, Jeff Bezos is putting in a lot of effort. And you may think he's not, but he is. Jeff Bezos got to put effort into keeping money flowing. But if money is a currency, where's the force at? There's no need for force. If money is the currency, you don't need to force it, because currency flows, right? If currency flows, then money should flow to you. It should not be no labor. It should not be no effort. It should not be effort into it, because money is currency. Currency flows. So and energy flows. And so if money is energy is a currency that flows, then you only need to be you. Just be you. Be content with where you are. Be happy with where you are. Be around people like that. Be with people like that. Be with people who's content and loving life and enjoying life and having fun with life. Truly liberated people. The sovereign beings. The sovereign people. The sovereign God bodies. The sovereign God bodies. These are the people who are truly liberated. Content. Understanding that I enjoy these smaller, little, and it's not little like on a scale, little, but I enjoy the minimal things, meaning like I don't need much. I only need one thing at a time. Give me one thing at a time to deal with. I don't need much. I don't need a whole bunch. Give me one thing to deal with at a time, and that's my portion. Give me my portion. Give me my portion. All I want is my portion. And let me go my way. I take my portion and I go. And what I need for tomorrow, I take up another portion. And what I need for the day after, I take up another portion. I'm content with my portion for that day. And so money flows easily. I saw a lot of money flow in my hands these last 2 years during this pandemic. A lot of money came in and out of my hands. And I didn't do anything besides live in harmonious alignment with my purpose. The thing that I love to do already. And the things that you love to do don't take money. I know you want to think that, but it don't take money. Remember, I told you, go watch that show. This guy who traveled around America on $0, on zero, or only off the kindness of people. I'm going to see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that. Off the kindness of people. You understand? So, I'm going to see if I can Google. Because I don't know if YouTube can pull it up. Yeah, this is an old Netflix series. Oh, yeah. Actually, no, my bad. This was 2017. Yep, I remember it. But he didn't travel America. He traveled the world off the kindness of strangers. He traveled the world solely off the kindness. And so I know that when we believe that these things can't be done without money, I'm here to tell you it can be done without money. It can be done without money. Okay? Yeah, it was a Netflix series. It was called The Kindness Diaries. It was a Netflix series. It was called The Kindness Diaries. It was on Netflix. And this guy basically traveled the world. The world. The world. Solely off the kindness of strangers. So I'm here to tell you, if you just understand that doing what you love brings contentment. When you are content with where you are, people will do for you. You don't have to put no effort and make no force about trying to get things done that you want. But the first thing you got to do is change your mindset. The first thing you got to do is change your mindset into thinking sovereign, independent. Say, I'm an independent being. I'm a liberated being, and therefore I depend solely on me, self-reliant, self-sufficient, and self-governing. I depend solely on me and what I'm and the talent and the skill that I have. I depend solely on me, and you can have all of that without trying to force anybody to come out of their pocket to help you do it. Because you live in that flow, you're in the flow. When you're living in your purpose, you're living in the flow. Money's a currency, right? Money's a part of that very same flow. Your purpose is a part of that very same flow. So when you're living in your purpose, you're living in the flow. Money's currency that flows. That currency is the same flow that your purpose is. Your purpose and that currency exists in the flow. So when you're living in your purpose, you're allowing currency to flow to you. Money to flow to you because it's a currency. You're in the current with it. Do you know a current is also recognized as something electric? Like a current that runs through your home. You know, you got currents that run through your home, electrical currents that run through your home. And so you got to think about when you're in the flow, you're like in the flow with like water. It's flowing. But also it's an electrical current as well. So you're actually magnetically drawing it to you as well. It becomes electric. It becomes magnetically drawn to you. And so you got to get out of the mindset that you need money. Money is designed to make you sick. You got to get out of the mindset that you need money to do anything and get into your purpose and understand that your purpose is in the current flow. Your purpose is in the current flow. Literally. The current moment. It's in the current flow. It's in the current. It's in the electrical current. All of the currencies. It's in all of the currencies. It's in the currency. It's flowing in the currency. And beloved, let me tell you something. In that current is where money will come to you. It will find you. It will be drawn to you. And you don't have to be sick because of it. You don't have to be sick because you stopped to chase it. You don't have to be sick because you made it your focus. You don't have to be sick. You can be happy, healthy, and well. And only see money come through you. And not money come to you and stopping all that you do, all that you are. In your potential. All right? So. This has been a long journey for me. Continuously teaching. You understand? This has been a journey for me. And I am thankful. I want to mention something before I get off this live. I'm in my flow. I'm in my flow. Every year, every day, every night, every sunrise, I wake up. I'm in my flow. I know you want to see and think that I'm not, but I am. It's better for you to be in your flow because you're happier there. You're happier in your flow. I promise you. I promise you. But I'm going to say this too. I'm going to say this. I love you. I love me. I love us. Check me out for the retreat, Sedona, Arizona. We going to the Red Rocks. The majestic Red Rocks of Sedona to do some sun salutation meditation. Sun salutation meditation. We're going to the Sedona, Arizona Red Rocks to do some fire jumps. Can't give everything away. We're going to Sedona, Arizona for the Warriors Weekend Retreat. That's coming up September 24th through the 26th. If you desire to go, join me and others who are going to be going September 24th through the 26th. You have exactly 24 days. Listen, you got to book your flight. If you're already in Arizona, you don't have to do nothing. But you got to book a flight. Or if you desire to drive, then drive. But you got to get on that flight right now. You got to book your flight now. We are going to Arizona. We are going to Arizona to do our Sedona, Arizona Warriors Weekend Retreat. And we are going there for 3 days in a cabin. I have a cabin already. Nice cabin. Already rented. Already paid for. I always invest my money first. Before I ask you to do anything, I put my money up first. I always put my money up first before I ask you for a dime. So if I ask you for something, believe me, I've already invested everything before you. I've already put it all out there. I've already invested. So we got a lodge, we got a cabin, paid for. If you desire to go with us on this retreat, understand that you will be going on a 3-day retreat. It is a 3-day retreat, a weekend retreat that is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 24th through the 26th. Now, if you desire to stay a day or two longer and join us after the retreat, then I would say book your flight to return on the 28th, because I also have a campsite reserved. That's paid for. I have a cabin for 3 days of the retreat, and then I have a campsite reserved for us. So that's for outdoor living. You know, we'll do some regular stuff there. It's not going to be pertaining to the retreat. That's basically us just kind of like getting loose, vibing, relaxing, hanging out. So you got the retreat 24th through the 26th, and then from the 26th, when we check out of the cabin, we check into the campsite to the 28th, I think. I say I think because I don't know if I got it for 1 day or 2. I think I got it for 2, 26th, 27th, and we check out the 28th. So the 26th, we check in, 28th, we check out. So really, you're going to be in Sedona, Arizona for about 24, 25, 26, 27, 20, for at least 4 to 5 days. You leave on the 28th. So I'm leaving on the 28th because I have a campsite reserved there, and I want to do some camping. I want to do some outdoor camping, you know, besides the cabin. So join us for the retreat, September 24th through the 26th, if you just desire to do the retreat. If you desire to stay a little bit longer and hang out and do extra stuff that we're just going to be doing to have fun with, just to have fun, go take pictures, go, you know, swimming, go rock climbing, maybe Maybe bungee jump. I'm just kidding, none of that stuff, but maybe. We don't know what's in the cards for the camp out. So we do the cabin, and then we got the camp out. Okay? The camp out is totally free for all. As far as what I mean by that is, it's no agenda to that. It's no agenda to the camp out. So, you know what I'm saying? Come for the 24th, stay to the 28th, or come for the 24th and leave on the 26th when the retreat's over. Your call. Doesn't matter. But we leaving. We out. See you. Sign our pace. Because we ain't looking back. 24th, we headed that way. So, for those of you who are going with us on this retreat, understand. It's going to be good. I love you. I love me. I love us. Be well. Be love, and be light. Always be light in the world. Be light, beloved. And always remember to live from the soul. That's all we got. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.